Hey guys, welcome to round two. This hand is fine. Again, we're set up for a turn for a Wrath, which is always nice, but it depends on, like, sometimes the Wraths are the best card in the deck, like against green, and sometimes they're absolutely terrible, like against creatureless decks, but we're going to keep this anyway. Um, and again, like, we like having one of these, but the reason I cut down to three is that, like, if this is a creatureless deck, drawing the second one just feels awful. Um, what will you take, Mr. Opponent? Oh, please, if this is Aristocrats, we're not gonna. If it's like straight mono black, it's great because Light of Day makes their life miserable. But the Aristocrats decks are really really rough for us. We just have to. I don't know. I haven't figured out that matchup. I haven't played it enough. But the Aristocrats decks are terrifying. What? So you don't want? Okay, so this makes me think that like there's a Desecration Demon coming or something. Because he tapped out, I'm gonna play this. One thing that's interesting, especially in matchups with removal, is a lot of times it's good. Like if I can go and trade this, if I can attack, and I don't want to block and trade it, but if I can attack and get the 2 energy, um, it's really good because it means that the second one is very, very, very difficult for him to interact with. Like he might be expecting like me to do the fake trade I was talking about last match, but if I just attack and trade with whatever he does, then he can't really deal with the second one I play, and that's just excellent. Last chance for removal, buddy. Sweet. I'm just expecting a Desecration Demon because he took this. I feel like he wouldn't. No? Okay. That's fine. Oops, that, I'm an idiot. Oh well. Oh well. So that advantage I just talked about of having energy up, I just blew it because I tried to sacrifice it, and I'm bad at this game. So okay. Uh, that's unfortunate. Um, it's like what do I want? I want like confirm the suspicions off the top. Um, I have not seen anyone play that. It's like playing Raise Dead in a format with Animate Dead just feels very sad. Um, okay. What are you gonna take, opponent? I assume you take the temporal isolation for the same reason you did last time, but um, okay. One thing I've been thinking about, if he plays another Mesmeric Fiend, I'm not sure if it's correct or not to like if this is my hand and I have 3 lands and an Azorius Charm, do I let him take the Azorius Charm or do I cycle and try and get a land? I feel like statistically, like the amount of times I draw something good and he steals it, it feels bad because I'm losing a good card off the top, but statistically I'm blanking his play a number of a good percentage of the time. So I don't know. It's kind of an interesting decision. Do I want to make him play this again and upgrade this? I think I'd rather him do that than do any other scary thing he has in his deck. So, because that gives me, it saves me 6 damage. Plus, I guess you add 1 for this, but that seems reasonable. I'm gonna hold on to the Porcelain Legionnaire because I don't mind taking 2, and I want him to play the. I think he's gonna play the Marauder next turn to sack this for quote unquote value. So I don't I don't really want to give him the 1-for-1 or the 2-for-1 or whatever you want to call it. And if he holds on to it, I'm fine to just take 2 for a while. Yeah, that's great. Pause on my turn and get that incremental, very tiny value. And this is the part of the match where I hope that they put Terramorphic Expanse or whatever Evolving Wilds in, so I don't have to keep on setting and removing my stops. Also worth noting, he punted a damage by sacking in main phase. He should have gotten in an extra damage. I generally fetch islands preferentially because I need them for Aetherling, and I only really ever need two planes for the Wraths. That's another reason to fetch islands. Wow, we are very flooded. Fortunately, our opponent is playing interesting cards, so it doesn't matter. But, there's an argument for attacking and trying to trade for both his creatures there, but honestly, I don't know, it's an argument. Again, I feel like if we just sit here and we both draw cards, I'm advantaged, and also he can't attack into either of these, and if he removes this, I just activate this and fog for a turn. And I'm gaining mana advantage, I'm gaining card advantage. I would rather be drawing live spells, but this is certainly not awful. Just gonna do this now because I'm bad and want to leak that information, and I can still quote unquote cast everything in my hand with what I have up, so it's fine. Looks like we're both drawing pretty empty. Are you gonna cast removal, opponent? Okay, don't care about that. All my this is the kind of match where, or the kind of time where you draw Tragic Arrogance and you're just really happy. I am totally fine letting him hit with this. I could also swing if he double blocks. I don't care. Because he can trade. He has to trade. He can either he has to trade the Nighthawk or 2 creatures. And that's better than attacking with this because he can trade just the Nighthawk, and this is like a backup threat. Okay, just chumps. That seems wrong, but it's fine. Uh, uh, okay. I should have activated Cultivator's Caravan. Uh, it's, it's, Actually, I don't know. It's now that I think about it, this and this block Cultivator's Caravan. These can't be blocked, so it's kind of funny. So, he's just gonna res this. I think I'm actually gonna put that back on top because that gets me. Oh wait, because he can just res this and then he draws again, and this doesn't give him a draw, but it does. Like I'm doing 1 damage, and he's drawing a useless card. Yeah, I'll take 1 damage. Um, I think it's better than bouncing the Nighthawk and giving him a blank draw, because he's gonna keep on doing this ad nauseum. Uh, no, I think actually never mind. I changed my mind. I think bouncing the Nighthawk is probably better. Um, yes, you may return that. Okay. This is the end of our attacking for a while. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. Just need a Wrath. We punted a bunch of damage by it. We should have only attacked with 1. It's fine. We took 4 damage. We didn't really need to take. So there's so much mana. Like yeah. So the Wraths are a live draw. Treasure Cruise is a live draw. Um, Vanish is a super live draw. Lots of good things. Land is not a live draw. It's a pretty mediocre draw. Though I think we can. What is it? Can we afford to serve with 1? Yeah, we can serve with 1 and try and trade for the Nighthawk. There we go. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because he can just bounce and recast that. So we need to serve with 2 to even bother. But I guess that's vaguely terrifying. Please, no more lands. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Sure. I will eat your carrier throw. What? Alright. Alright. That's good. Because this can block the vampire ad nauseum. There we go. This is my creature. My creature is amazing. Should I attack? I could have attacked with Cultivator's Caravan. I think I'll just pass. This nullifies the vampire. And this wins the race with the Nighthawk, so that's good. That is a mistake, opponent. But you're welcome to make. You can sacrifice your entire board. I don't know. You have to this is going to force you to sack at least 2 creatures, one of which is a real creature. So Jeez. If you wanted to do that, you should have done it in your main phase, because then you could have done it for quote-unquote free. Nope, can't do it as... Can't do it in combat. Have to sacrifice a real creature. It's still blocked. It's not going to do anything. Doesn't have unless you have a way of giving it trample, but I don't think there's a way of giving it trample in black. My opponent's going to be mad. Also, they didn't recast their zombie, which I think is bad for them. Alright, let's see what we get here. I think we swing with everything. We could... Yeah, we swing with everything, and we plan on blocking with Aetherling, and if we don't block with Aetherling, we have 2 minors that we can... Like, if they somehow make me flat blink Aetherling, we have 2 minors that we can blink in response. Like... And let's just make this unblockable, so because that's going to be the largest one. So this deck literally can't beat this, which feels really unfair. I've had this problem a lot. Like the times where Light of Day is good, I want to side out my Wraths because Light of Day is like a replacement for them. But at the same time, I'm like cautious of there are lots of situations where the Wraths are good where Light of Day isn't good, and I don't really know how to sideboard. I've been toying with like cutting the Porcelain Legionnaires, but on the other hand, like the Porcelain Legionnaires are amazing blockers, so I don't know how I'm supposed to sideboard. Like sometimes I cut down Temporal Isolations and then they cast a Desecration Demon and I'm like just very, very sad. Trimming Aetherling is definitely fine because I'm bringing in relatively high cost creatures. They don't seem to run Grim Hair specs, so I'm not really sure I want the Angel of Condemnation. I guess I just trim. And maybe bring in 1 and trim. This is like I'm making stuff up. I have no idea if any of this is correct. I feel like I'm very favored with like these because they just win the game unless I don't draw enough lands. Do I want this or do I want something slightly cheaper? I'm gonna run it like this, but the core deck is like synergistic and holds together well enough that I worry about like over sideboarding. Like we cut out these 5 and got this, which seems fine. I don't know. We shall see. Um, I can't imagine a justification for running Raise Dead over Animate Dead. All right. This is the kind of hand I'm gonna keep it, but I feel like I get punished by just never drawing another land. Um, the especially tilt-inducing punish is when you keep this hand and draw like 3 Cultivator's Caravans, and you're like, I just need a 3rd land. No, that's not good against me, opponent. You may have my angel. My angel is not what's gonna kill you. Yeah. See, never drawing a 3rd land. I'm calling it now. On the other hand, with this hand, even if I never draw a 3rd land, I'm probably still fine as long as they don't strip the light of day, because I didn't see any artifact creatures, and I literally don't think they can win through this. Okay, that's a start. Now I'm in the unfortunate position of actually needing to draw more lands. It's very unfortunate. Maybe they are a Grim like a aristocrats deck, and they just didn't draw any of their good aristocrat cards. Um, Also, like cards like this are another reason of why I like I don't want to remove the wraths, but I don't want. Did he not read this card? I don't like. I don't want to remove the wraths because wrathing away their board is better than casting this. But on the other hand, like this frequently just wins the game. All right, I called it. I called never drawing another land. It's gonna be great. Okay. I fear your army of 1/2s. I feel like a Falcon again, still like very hesitant on this card. Like, yes, it's great. It neutralizes his board. He can't do anything. But then he draws like a Falcon Wrath Noble and sacks his board and kills me, and I'm like, why didn't I just Wrath it instead? Like, so you need to leave in the Wraths, and you kind of like the spot removal still, but you don't know exactly how to dig for it. All right, I'm the most prescient person in the entire world. My not draw land strategy. Okay. It's like fortunately we can still win if he as long as we just draw a land or he doesn't strip us. We just cast this next turn and he's at least with the cards we've currently seen he's completely boned. I guess the question is if he casts like one of these, do we dissolve it? Okay, no, we just win. Great. It's like we don't need lands. This is all the mana we'll ever need. Don't know why you took that instead of this, but hopefully you will live to regret your decisions. Thran Lens? Okay. um, and I think we just sit because the only thing he can do that's semi-relevant is Thran Lens, so we can just wait. And because we have multiple counters for said relevant things he might potentially have. do I play out? I guess I can play this. I don't know. This might be loose, but I don't want to discard. Um, if he plays a fan lens, I'll just be sad. Not a fan lens. He's realizing that he has to put it on his own creatures if I don't have any creatures out. It's not a may ability, it's a must ability. It's okay. You don't like these creatures anyway. Sweet. And it should, famous last words, but it should all be over but the crying now. We're just need to draw our win condition and kill him. Just gonna make it a little bit faster. Sure. I could counter that, but I don't. I'll draw another creature. I will counter that. It's like, no thank you. He doesn't have the sack outlet, but this is the card that makes I know Ribbons of Night runs a scary aristocrats deck, and this is what makes it scary. Do I want that? I might want that. I'm not gonna work for that. No, I do not want to. That does 6 damage. I guess I could take 6 damage actually. I don't really care. attacking just so if he draws a point removal spell, he has to point it, or like it doesn't actually do anything. It also lets me double up next turn if I draw more, so it's like it doesn't slow my clock at all, but it makes it so if he tries to cast sorcery speed removal on this, or even instant speed removal doing his next main phase, he dies. Also, like, this makes a Aether Miner off the top lethal. Okay, that's game. Alright, and what we've learned today is that Light of Day is overpowered and you should have a way of dealing with it if you're playing a mono black deck. Alright, I'll see you guys in round 3.